to have you join us today on 3+U. We're excited to kick off the show this morning because a few times a year we get to kind of venture down into Dalton, and this is one of those times because art is taking center stage in Dalton this weekend, or the weekend rather, of September 20th, as the Creative Arts League brings their annual Festival of Fine Arts and Crafts to the city. Amanda Brown is that person that we always look forward to seeing. She's the executive director at the Creative Arts Guild. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
It's kind of like I know that we've turned the calendar every time I get that email from you because This is a busy season for y'all.
Absolutely. This festival kind of jump starts our busy season through the end of the year. So we're just hunkering down for lots of fun.
Well, I wanted to make the point of saying venturing down to Dalton because I think so often in Chattanooga it's easy to forget how close Dalton is.
Absolutely.
But it also has its very own feel, and it's a little artist haven.
It absolutely is. For the city the size of Dalton, our arts are, they rival that of much larger cities, and it's really, really fun to enjoy. And we have a lot of connections with the Chattanooga art scene as well, many of the artists you would recognize.
So let's talk about this event that you've been doing for a while, because you're going to have to refresh my memory, but it's really pretty inclusive.
Absolutely, yes. It's a full weekend long, and we like to think of this as our gift to the community. So you have experiences in visual arts and dance, performances, music all throughout the weekend. The kids, there's activities for kids. Saturday and Sunday are completely free, and there's food options. Indoor gallery exhibit is all juried art. Our outdoor exhibit, or market rather, is a bunch of artist vendors selling their goods. Really, really nice. And then performances throughout the weekend. And then, of course, Friday night's our preview party kickoff ticketed event. But everything on Saturday and Sunday is absolutely free and open to the public.
You know, if you have it within your grasp to take advantage of that ticketed event on Friday, do, because the artwork that they have there it's really, really stellar. You mentioned it being juried, which means that it's been vetted, if you will, before hitting the floor.
Absolutely. And we have over 100 artists exhibiting indoor and outdoor for the entire weekend. And that Friday night preview party offers you first viewing and purchasing options. So you get first dibs if you come into the gallery, and even outdoors in the market. The market's open Friday night as well.
You know, the fact that you mentioned the 100 artists, they're not all from Dalton.
No.
So you have a reputation within that field. People want to come and be there, the artists.
Absolutely. The Creative Arts Guild was founded in 1963, and one of the very first events was festival, and that's been going continuously since. So for 61 years we've had this festival in our region, and yes, we have artists from Asheville, Florida, all around us. And it's wonderful to host, and musicians as well. The visual arts and the fine arts and crafts is a big focus for the weekend, but we have music all weekend long. And Friday night ticketed party, Kukli and the Fuego out of Knoxville are coming, and they are really, really fun.
The name is really, really fun.
Jazz band, and then we have music all weekend, ending with Doc Martin's Flannel Review on the end of festival on Sunday.
You mentioned fun for the family and kind of the face painting and that type of thing.
Yes.
You are intentional about raising up the next generation of artists there.
And we're doing something new in our children's area this year. We're calling it Get to Know the Guild Garden. So in each of the tents, as you travel around, you'll get a little bit of an entry into one of the disciplines, or each discipline that we offer. And by the end of it, you should know the Guild intimately and be our friend.
We have not talked this through, so I may have my facts wrong. You can correct me
if
I do.
No.
But y'all always do, is it the Snow Queen?
We do the Snow Queen in November, yes, and it's just around the corner. So we're already kind of gearing up for that. And in fact, one of our tents at festival will focus on our dance discipline and kind of have an entry into what that Snow Queen experience will be like in November as well.
Because if you're in like the Ringgold area this morning, you already know. I mean, Dalton is just a stone's throw, so people can kind of have the option of going either direction sometimes.
Absolutely.
For those extracurriculars, why not come your way?
Absolutely. And we see more and more visitors coming in from the outside. And in addition to everything we have going on festival weekend, we have our sculpture garden that's a permanent display, over 70 pieces now, and it's the largest in our state and one of the first of its kind.
So with these 100 vendors, you can't know all of them, and then the ones that spill onto the outside, because the 100 are just the inside juried, right?
That's all of them together.
Oh, that's all
yes,
of them together.
It is, yes.
So is it going to be
inside?
Will it be everything from maybe a painting to take home for yourself, or as well as like holiday gift
Absolutely.
ideas?
And a lot of people do their holiday shopping in September. I certainly do. I get all mine done in September.
My list has started.
Oh, beautiful jewelry and handmade purses and leather works and things like that. And yes, everything from a painting to watercolor to sculpture to, like I said, jewelry. There's just woodworking, a little bit of everything, printmaking. So you can really come get a flavor. And one of my favorite things, talking about the kids, there's a children's art market. No parents allowed. Everything's under $20. You send your kid in with whatever money you want them to spend, and they can select their very first art week piece of art without any influence from any adults.
Oh, wow.
And take that home and kind of begin that, instill that love for the arts early on.
I do love that. I
really
thought
fun.
for a minute you meant that it was artwork of just children. Because have you ever noticed
We
that?
have ventured into that in the past as well, but what this is all the artists who are displaying throughout the weekend have offered, and we've offered them the opportunity to give us smaller works, and a lot of them either donate their works or they do them for a lesser cost, and that way the kids all have something. A lot of them really enjoy it. Some of our art students, adult art students, really enjoy making pieces, especially for the kids. It's
Okay,
really cool.
so here's where you're going to go to get your ticketed entry in. That's for the Friday on
That's
the
right.
20th,
Yes.
which is creativeartsguild.org.
Yes.
If you can't make it then, that's fine. Still shop them at no cost to you except for what you purchase on the 21st and 22nd. It's really, really a treat. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
And when we come back, how one patient credits her chiropractor with helping her not only feel better physically, but also emotionally. That's next.
Life's busy. Off is not an option. You need to be on time, on the go, on the call, or just ready to play on. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
Dull,
lopsided, stepsisters,
deflated,